Good evening, and welcome to WNBA Trending. I'm Ava, and tonight we turn our attention to a story that has quickly become one of the most significant talking points in women's basketball. It's a story of loyalty, competition, and shifting landscapes in professional sports. At the center of it all is Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark, whose decision to remain firmly committed to the WNBA stands out even more after one of her highest-paid teammates has officially decided to join the rival league, Unrivaled. The news of a major Fever player leaving for Unrivaled has sent shockwaves across the basketball community. The timing, the player involved, and the contrast with Caitlin Clark's loyalty to the WNBA has created a storyline that fans, analysts, and even casual followers can't stop talking about. Let's break down what this means for the Fever, for Clark, for the WNBA, and for the broader future of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark has already transformed the WNBA in just her short time with the Indiana Fever. Since being drafted number 1 overall, her presence has boosted TV ratings, doubled merchandise sales, and packed arenas both home and away. She has become the face of women's basketball in America, and many believe she is on her way to being the most influential athlete the sport has ever seen. But while the spotlight shines bright on Clark, the WNBA finds itself in a new era of competition from Unrivaled, a league that promises better paychecks and a new business model that puts the players in charge. This is where Clark's loyalty becomes so significant. Despite having every reason to entertain offers from the new league, despite knowing that she could likely secure one of the biggest contracts in women's basketball history with Unrivaled, Caitlin Clark has stayed firm in her position. Her loyalty to the WNBA is more than just a business decision. It's a commitment to history, legacy, and the league that gave her a platform. She recently told reporters, "This is the league I've dreamed of playing in since I was a kid. I respect the competition, I respect the history, and I want to be a part of building its future." Those words carry weight. They show that Clark is not only invested in her career, but also in the growth of the league itself. Meanwhile, her teammate, one of the highest-paid players on the Fever roster, has chosen the opposite path. News broke earlier this week that the player has signed with Unrivaled, lured by the promise of higher pay, better sponsorship opportunities, and a league structure that many believe could reshape professional women's basketball. The decision has divided fans. Some argue it's a smart financial move in a sport that has long underpaid its stars. Others feel it's a blow to the WNBA, which has been working tirelessly to grow its brand and improve conditions for its athletes. What makes this story so compelling is the contrast between Clark's loyalty and her teammates' departure. On one hand, you have the brightest young star staying committed to the WNBA at a time when her presence is critical to the league's success. On the other hand, you have an established, well-compensated player deciding to take a leap into uncharted waters with Unrivaled. It raises the question, how will the WNBA balance loyalty, tradition, and competition with the financial realities of professional sports? For Caitlin Clark, the choice seems clear. She understands her value not just as a player but as a symbol for the league. Her games draw millions of viewers, her jersey is one of the best sellers in the sport, and her name recognition has helped bring unprecedented attention to women's basketball. In staying, she essentially gives the WNBA a fighting chance to compete with the new league. Without her, the WNBA might face a significant uphill battle to keep its identity intact. But the departure of her teammate also serves as a reminder of the challenges the WNBA continues to face. While salaries have increased and working conditions have improved, the gap between what the WNBA offers and what Unrivaled is promising cannot be ignored. The decision by one of the league's top earners to walk away proves that even loyalty has limits when financial opportunities present themselves elsewhere. For fans, this situation is bittersweet. Fever supporters are thrilled that Clark is staying, ensuring that the franchise has its cornerstone for years to come. At the same time, losing a star player to Unrivaled highlights the fragility of team rosters and the uncertainty that comes with having multiple professional leagues vying for talent. It's a reminder that the future of women's basketball may not be as stable as it once appeared. From a business perspective, Clark's loyalty is invaluable to the WNBA. Networks, advertisers, and sponsors are watching closely. The league has already capitalized on her star power with broadcast deals, special events, and national campaigns. Her staying solidifies the WNBA's position as the place where the best of the best play. Without her, those negotiations might look very different. The question moving forward is how the WNBA will respond to Unrivaled's growing influence. Will they find ways to increase salaries and match player benefits? Will they innovate with their scheduling, marketing, and media presence? Or will they risk losing more stars to the new league? Clark's loyalty buys the WNBA time, but it does not eliminate the threat. It's also worth noting that the arrival of Unrivaled could ultimately benefit players across the board. Competition between leagues could push salaries higher, improve working conditions, and give athletes more control over their careers. Fans may initially feel torn, but in the long run, the existence of multiple leagues could raise the profile of women's basketball globally. Still, the symbolism of Caitlyn Clark staying in the WNBA cannot be overstated. Her choice says as much about her character as it does about her career. She isn't chasing the quick payday, she's chasing legacy. She isn't abandoning the league that gave her a platform, she's determined to make it stronger. For a league that has battled for respect and recognition for nearly 3 decades, having its brightest young star plant her flag firmly in its corner is nothing short of monumental. The WNBA now faces the challenge of proving worthy of her loyalty. If they can continue to grow, if they can support their players financially and professionally, then Caitlyn Clark's decision might mark the beginning of a golden era for the league. If not, then her loyalty could end up being tested again in the future. For now, though, the message is clear. Caitlyn Clark is committed to the WNBA, and that loyalty is worth more than any paycheck a rival league could offer. While her teammate heads to Unrivaled in search of a new chapter, Clark is staying exactly where she is, ready to write her own story on the biggest stage in women's basketball. I'm Ava, and this has been WNBA Trending. Stay with us as we continue to follow this evolving story and bring you the latest updates from the world of women's basketball.